Um, my name is Olayora Ahmed. As you all know, I'm the Chief Research Analyst of the Forex with Ahmed platform. I'm not just a research analyst for my platform, I'm also a research analyst for some um, popularly known Forex platform as well around. You know, the Forex with Ahmed platform is a platform where traders, learners, fund managers, investors meet to learn about trading, to trade on daily basis, and also to get insights from me, on daily basis to support their respective trades and strategies. You know, so I know from my experience while learning forex in the past, I know there are several roadblocks that every trader must encounter in their journey of learning forex. You know, forex is a very difficult thing to do, especially considering the emotional side of things and also the research side of things. So this makes it very difficult. And I believe that the job of a trader is different from the job of an analyst, of a research analyst. Yes, if you look at the structures of investment banks, hedge funds that trade forex, and big time. If you look at their structure, you see a situation whereby they always have a trading desk separately from a research desk, and then they also create an environment whereby the research desk will constantly be communicating with the trading desk, updating them about stuffs. Then the trading decks now can as well, use those information and infuse them into their respective strategies, so that they can have maximum impact on their activity. So in other words, you see that on the Forex with Ahmed platform, I I am more like the research angle, while my participants are in the trading angle, where they get insights from the research, which is me, and also they try to put those insights into their respective strategies and then trade to gain maximum profits. So that's how it works. So I've always known, from my experience, that a trader cannot just work alone. You understand? It's very, very impossible, except there's a level you get to that you can, but it's always advisable for you to belong to platforms like ours, where you can get insights, where you can discuss industry issues, where you can get insights that you can add to your strategy. So because traders basically only deal with the charts, but the business of trading generally is more than focusing on the chart. Some people are busy having research. Research reports really in the business world can cost $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Yes, that's the way hedge funds, even hedge funds that don't have research departments, they tend to buy these things. They spend a lot of money buying just a paper, a book, a research book to get insights, or they pay a lot of money to consultants to give them updates about the market so that they can trade on daily basis. That's how these things work. You understand? So you and I must try to understand the industry that we are in, and all that. So and because of the fact that there are a lot of mentors, there are a lot of people that guide people, that teach people forex, that do not have the ability to do these things. They tend not to tell you about them. This is just a bitter truth. So this is a bitter truth that I'm telling you guys right now. You understand? So I'm sure the intelligent ones will pick what I'm saying, and they can make use of them right now. So that's what we do in the Forex with Ahmed platform. So if you're willing to join, you can contact us through several channels or our phone numbers. If you can land yourself in any of our channel, social media channels, you can be able to get our contacts there. Then you can reach us there. So that's that. Now on the issue of the CBN's clampdown on Aboki FX, I've seen a lot of responses from traders, and I was able to obtain the fact that most people are just saying what they're saying against the Central Bank of Nigeria because they don't have good foundation, don't have good knowledge about how these things work. Right? I've seen some people blame the central bank for not developing the economy. That if they had developed the economy, maybe they won't have to be running after an Aboki FX. Yes, I think those people are right for saying that. Yes, but the Nigerian economy is what it is today. It is what it is, and then we just have to make do with what we have. So if you want to remain objective on this matter, you realize that the central bank is not to blame for the lack of economic strength that we have in Nigeria at the moment. You can't blame the central bank. The central bank is just a banker to the government. The government still has the power to make its fiscal policy. Government still owns the power to make investments in the economy. The central bank is not a banker; it's just an advisor. It's just, So basically, if the Nigeria economy is suffering from lack of investments and all these things, then I think objectively, if you want to be objective about that, I think the central bank, the federal government of Nigeria is the one to blame. So federal government of Nigeria with its Minister of Finance are the ones to blame, not the central bank governor, right? And not the central bank, because in the true sense, the central bank is just even though in Nigeria we know that the central bank is not outrightly independent from the government, right? Probably because of our level of development here, but still, the government of Nigeria is the one that deserves the right, to improve the economy, to make economic decisions, real economic decisions that will have impact. Central bank is just there to support. So that's that. Then I also heard some people saying that why Aboki FX, that the central bank always like to spoil good things, that the central bank always like to make unnecessary excuses and all that. Yes, I'll disagree with that. Because if you look at the context of what is happening right now, and then if you combine that with the understanding of the foreign exchange policy that they are running, then you will understand that you will be able to disagree with that kind of statement easily. Now the Central Bank of Nigeria have a policy whereby they fix the Nigerian currency. They try to fix it. So how do they do that? They try to take money from the foreign reserve of the country, and then they use that to subsidize the currency rate. They try to fix it. So what they are doing technically is that they are trying to flood the economy with the US dollar, with foreign currencies, so that they can be cheap against the naira. Do you understand? So it's a policy that they are using to strengthen the naira, or to stabilize, basically. So that's the word. They're using to stabilize the exchange rate of naira against all these other currencies. So they're actually using a foreign reserve to do these things. So they do that from time to time. So they do that from time to time. Sometimes when they feel it's not so sustainable, they try to devalue the value of the naira, and then against these currencies, so that there can be some rebalancing. You understand? So when they see that, oh, probably maybe the economic situation of the country is so tough, and they can't, they can't do that because it's a market-based thing. So when they feel that they can't really, it's not sustainable for them to continue to defend the naira, then they reduce. They try to allow it to reprice itself to a level whereby they think it's going to be sustainable for them. So in other words, they are using our sweat one way or the other to subsidize the naira, and that's why they always try to channel it to people who needs this dollar for important usages. You understand? Like maybe someone wants to go for medical abroad, or someone wants to go for a medical service that cannot be obtained in Nigeria, or maybe someone wants to go to school abroad. You and I know that it's important that we go to school abroad to an extent, so that at least we can exchange knowledge and then probably bring them back here. Although we can question how some of these policies to an extent, but that's just the idea behind this, trying to subsidize and giving it to people. And they also give it to build a change too sometimes, to be able to, so that at least the build a change too can have enough of it, such that there won't be too much gap between the build a change rates and the central bank's official rates. They try to do this because they feel that if there is too much gap, then it gives much more opportunity for arbitrage trades, whereby people can make some free money without taking any risk. So that's why, and so that when you have such situation, what it means is the central bank is just spending money to do nothing, just spending money, just subsidizing the naira for nothing. And you have some people making a lot of money from arbitrage. Instead of them channeling those monies to productive sectors, they just wake up, sleep, and make free money from the market. So these are some of the things that so these are some of the dynamics that play at the market. So reconciling that with the issue of with the role of Aboki FX, Aboki FX basically for me poses a risk based on what I've said, poses a risk to the Nigerian exchange rates, in the sense that because they are not regulated, they can always come up with prices in their own favor. It can even be used as a tool for them to manipulate the market. So because they are not regulated, because they are not transparent enough, even though Aboki FX talked about how they use this, try to get information from the street and then use the mean rate. They've claimed that what they publish is the mean rate on the street. You understand? The average rate on the street. You understand? But for me, they are not regulated. I feel it's not transparent enough, and they can always come up with rates in order to favor themselves to an extent. And this is a risk, to our exchange rates. It's a risk to even our standard of living. You understand? So it poses a big risk to you. So people should stop saying things against the central bank governor. Now the Aboki FX has gone so popular that there are a lot of businesses that rely or use their exchange rate as a reference in their calculations and in their dealings. So Aboki FX has grown so important that I think it's high time that the central bank start to look at their operations, start to look into their operations. You understand? Yes, or even stop them outrightly. For me, I think the central bank can also learn from this by trying to come up with some ideas. Some of the ideas can be that maybe the bureau de change businesses should kind of have a centralized platform where they can always update their respective rates, so that rates can be much more competitive. You understand? And then people can see clearly and have a good reflection of what's happening on the street. Now, bureau de change are regulated, so I think they are in a very good position to do what Aboki FX is doing, right? So that way it's more sustainable, that way it's fair, that way we are all good. You understand? So or maybe the central bank should even have its own platform, on street rates. Okay, I think the central bank having this platform on street rates seems unfair too. So I think the Bureau de Change are the ones to have this kind of platform to be able to um, impute their individual rates so as for us to have a much more competitive market. Then people can deal based on that. You understand what I'm trying to say? So that's that. It's quite unfortunate that the Nigerian society, even the authorities, are not forward looking. They are not. They tend to be slow in doing some things, But I think it's it's not still bad. Now that the Emefiele is already clamping down on the Aboki FX, I think it's okay. I think it's an eye opener for every other person, to understand that it is high time the Bureau de Change try to be more visible on the internet, and then that way we can have a much more competitive and open market. We can have a better market, for our daily dealings, the forex, foreign exchange. Yes. So I'm sure we all don't want a situation whereby some people will be having some unfair advantage over others in the market. We don't want a situation whereby some people can just post the rate and then they follow, and then they do some manipulation. Maybe an Aboki FX people, maybe they have people, or they themselves, they've gotten some currencies, and then they come out and then they post the rate to manipulate. They can easily manipulate the market. They have all the powers. They are so popular. They are so big. Go to Alexa and check and have an idea of the kind of traffic that it generates. Aboki FX is one of the most popular sites in Nigeria, right? So please don't let us blame the central bank on this. I think they're doing their job. I think they're protecting the interest of the Nigerian people. I think they are concerned about your standard of living. I think these are the things, you understand. So that's that. Then another very important question that I saw while looking at different conversations online is the fact that somebody said, oh, maybe the CBN can come one day and stop forex trading, CFD forex trading. Yes, the person may be partially right, but I think at the moment, with the level of technology and advancement that the market has made, it's going to be very difficult for the Central Bank of Nigeria to come and stop our forex trading. It's going to be very, very difficult. It's going to be very, very difficult. So very, very difficult for them to stop our forex trading at the moment. They cannot just come. I know there are some countries where people are not allowed to trade CFDs. I know there are some countries whereby they don't trade CFDs in their country. They don't allow their citizens to trade CFDs. But at the moment, it's going to be difficult and again, if you look at the policy, it's going to be difficult for them, like I said, to stop it. They don't want to stop domiciliary accounts, even though they stop the local brokerages from doing transactions with their clients. They don't want to stop domiciliary accounts. No, they can't. They can't stop that. So there are quite a number of things that they can't stop in this area. So it's going to be difficult for them to stop such transactions. And also the Central Bank of Nigeria, if you look at their policies, I think they really want Nigeria to be a financial hub, one of the financial hubs in Africa. You understand? If you look at what they've been doing, you see that they've been making a lot of efforts in trying to create a very robust financial system. Yes, part of it is the BVN, the BVN idea. They're also talking about the International Financial Center being well positioned in Nigeria. So I'm sure they will not want to stop CFDs. In fact, right now the SEC is working around. They're trying to develop some level of regulation around CFDs trading in Nigeria. So as regards to that, we don't have issues with forex trading in Nigeria. Forex trading is good, continues to be good, and it's everywhere. The UK, they love forex. The government knows how much they're making from it on an annual basis. So it's one of their financial one of the financial instruments, and then this alone brings a lot of investment in the country, employ a lot of young people and all that. So it's really not a bad thing. It's going to continue and continue and continue. Nobody is going to stop it, you know. And then forex trading will always be here. You know, people trade forex, people buy things, people transact and all that. So we can't have issues about that. So thank you very much. If you want to get updates from us more, you can subscribe on our channel, and then you can always get